The time has come to write some paychecks, so let's get right to it. Let's go up to the Employees menu, come down to Pay Employees. We're not currently signed up for services, and we don't need to be. On the top of the screen, we need to choose our pay period ending date and our check date. So for us, the time goes through the end of the month, and a box comes up as soon as I click off of that that says, if you're using time tracking to fill in hours worked, you should update the hours from the new pay period when you change the pay period end date. Let's go ahead and click yes to get that updated, and then choose a check date. The next thing I need to do is to choose the appropriate account, which is business checking. It tells us how much money is there, which is enough to pay our paychecks, which is good. And then I move down to the bottom of the screen. Each of our employees will be listed, and we need to put a check mark on the far left side for everybody that we want to create a paycheck for. So you don't have to technically create paychecks for everybody. Got to be careful about that, though. The government and your employees are very picky about not paying certain people. What we can see is for Mark, all the way over on the right-hand side, that he has a total of 38.5 hours. I'll go ahead and click on his link to open up some more information. And this takes us back to the screen we originally saw when we were setting him up. It tells us that he has an hourly wage of $12.50, that he has 32 hours there and 6.5 hours with Blaine Design. So this is perfect. I could make modifications here if I needed to. Since I don't, I'm going to go ahead and close this screen out. And on the far bottom right of the screen, I'm just going to click Continue to create the paychecks. It looks like the same screen, but it's actually filled in the information for Mark, telling me that his total gross pay will be $481.25, what's going to taxes, all of those types of things. And then all I have to do on the bottom right is click Create Paychecks. It tells me I've successfully created so many paychecks. We can mark them in each screen for direct deposit if we have that set up. I don't, so I'm just using one for printing. Then it gives me the option to print the paychecks, print the pay stubs. Normally, I would go ahead, click Print Paychecks, make sure I have the check stock in the printer, and all of those would print out. Instead, I'll go ahead and just say Close. But remind you that if you don't print them at the time, you can always go to File, Print Forms, Print Paychecks, and they will be queued up and ready for you to print.